Hi, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, where we stopped our last episode at the top of the Sassau Monastery, but we now have to go towards the mill to save Leszek, or something like that was his name, from the evil guy that's making all the accidents happen here. So we're going around this corner here. If I'm completely right, let's look at the map to be sure. Yeah, we have to go towards the mill, and we cannot go into the monastery itself, so we have to go. Oh, now I did turn a corner without actually wanting it. So this way. By the way, if they're walking that slowly, I'm positively certain that they will just arrive at the inn and then directly turn around and go back to work. Because we already have like 10 o'clock in the evening. So this should be the correct direction. Is this the mill already? Yeah, it is. There where the light is on. I'm trespassing here. Great. Then I swim here. Upstairs or downstairs? Let's try upstairs. No. Outside? No. Downstairs. Not here. Is this trespassing again? No. It is. Just didn't. The message just didn't come up. This is all trespassing. We have to find someone. No one here. So upstairs. That looks interesting, but this one here.
What the hell are you doing? That's Leszek, isn't it?
Yes, it's him. I found him. And now I'm taking him to the Sawbones.
So did you drop a stone block on his head too? Or did you face up to him like a man?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You wanted to have me killed too, didn't you? But Leszek, you killed yourself.
I tell you, he's not dead. See for yourself.
Ow. Ow. Bollocks.
I haven't lost a sword fight in ages.
Christ.
The Book of Prayers, interesting. Evil morals in Bohemia. A door key. I'm gonna take that. Some groschen. Trunk key. Informs Sir Divish of the outcome of the investigation. Sir Divish? Ah, okay, no, that's... It's this one. Okay, this looks like a chest. Now that we're in here, we can look around. the trespassing symbol made me made me feel like I was doing something wrong. Want to look in every chest so that we know that we're not missing something vital. Nothing here. So here were more chests somewhere. Like there. Taking the groschen. Is there another? No, that's bench. You see, I'm learning. I'm not saying bank anymore when I mean bench, just because bench in Germany is named. Ooh, whoa, wait. Spirits we will take, definitely. Okay, let's take everything of that, because we might need all of that. We did get a trunk key and stuff. I still don't know where Smola lives, so I have no idea where to acquire that. But I wanna put the sword away and wash myself at the next thing here. I wanted to look whether I can go to the master smith in the night. Because yeah, that's the right direction. He's over there somewhere. And if I'm allowed to enter in the night, we can just take the crown that he forged. Which will be through this, and then left, and then the next door. The second to next door, I'm sorry. This one. No, he's upstairs. And not working at the moment. But we can talk
Good
to him.
health to you.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I'm a man of my word. Of course it's finished. Here you have it. Thank the Lord you found that Moldavite. It wouldn't be the same without it. Good luck to you.
So now we have 2 quests to go to Tamburg, making it more profitable to go that way. But let's look at our stuff here. What else do we have? To see what we have. A friend in need. That's Rete, that's also Rete. Tricks of trade is everywhere. But the Ledechko smith has... No, tricks of the... I'm confusing that with the Queen of Sheba's sword. That doesn't have a map marker, of course. Okay, so House of God. Okay, so we have no more quests in Sassau, but the 2 quests that we'll take in a second by going back to the monastery, but we're gonna do that tomorrow, so let's sleep. And also let's read one of those books that we found. So I'll be reading one of those to you because we didn't read one at the end of the last episode. So we're gonna read Evil Morals in Bohemia. We already bought that at one of the scribes. The Czechs have ceased to preserve their good name and sinfully devote themselves to hedonistic delights. The old of their ilk stuff themselves like pigs and merely idle about in their homes, whilst the young have taken to dog hunting. The noblemen have begun to do that which once behooved only servants. Where once each lord kept his house clean and orderly, now dogs lie there. Where ere untos Hunters, hunted, and lords would come to visit them as need be. Today they have devoted themselves to this lowly art, as if they had forgotten about their own blood. Ere they would sit at a table and attend to the affairs of the land and see to the multiplication of its peace and wealth, today they are wont to share a roof with the dog of the hunt and consider conversation of dogs and hunting to be of the most honorable variety, and thus the wealth of their estates is deteriorating and the stench of their dogs shall soon kill them. In days of yore, when they set off to war their own country, they did not loot and took only from the enemy. Yet what of today, when they depart upon a military campaign, their first action is plunder to their own territory. In times ere they dared not touch the properties of the Holy Church and honored it right. Today they have no shame in plundering churches and monasteries. Without honor they return from battle, having molested young maidens and drunk every drop of meat. They return home like drunken beasts and new injustice to do perpetrate. Not a single crumb of honor is left in those once proud shacks, and a time will come when they shall cry over their gain and only gladly return to the old ways and order. Oh, and while I'm seeing them there in the distance, I want to talk to both my friends again.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
I need a helping hand. I'm the
Bailiff, eh? Well, your worship, I'd love to help. Only I've got my own
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
Leave it be, Howell.
I won't. What happened?
We might have pummeled his face. But don't get involved, Henry. We'll settle it on our own.
Wait, who exactly did you pummel?
Well, he kept on bothering us and... in a nutshell, it was his fault and we're not going to talk about it anymore.
But couldn't there be a way to settle it? Maybe he'd let you off the...
There isn't.
But don't be a twat, Fritz. The two of you are up to your necks in shit, and you're gonna play tough instead of seeing sense.
Go to hell, Henry. You and Elias. You're one as bad as the other.
Thank you.
If you... I want to get better at fist...
Certainly.
I'd like to...
All right. Now, take care.
And the next level 2.
I want to get better... I'm interested in...
All right. Now.
Yeah, it's not bad to have like a few levels in it in unarmed combat. Yeah, we're at 7 now. That's not bad. And Matthew, have you also a quest for me? No. Stealth?
I'd like you to teach...
Certainly.
Well,
We don't have level 10, I think.
See you later.
No, we're at level 9. Interesting. What was that quest that we got? We have to find out why they owe the monastery, which is easy to do because I know the name of Elias, who they did hit in the head. Idiots. Idiots. Why did they go into the fist fight with a monk? Okay, I'm seeing you once I reach that place over there. Okay, this house has 2 quests and another quest objective that we want to reach.
Hey!
Let's talk to him about the... Okay,
God
can't.
be with you.
Wanted to see whether there's follow-up. This here is Elias.
I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me. And I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
Isn't that a little unchristian? You wouldn't want personal spite to ruin their lives, would you?
Well, those were just idle threats, really. If they come and apologize, there's always a possibility of forgiveness.
Okay.
Farewell.
They don't have a debt anymore, so Johanka. Do you want to do Johanka's quest or Nicodemus' quest? Let's talk to Nicodemus. Yeah, I can learn more alchemy from him, but I want to see about recipes. I think I have all that. That isn't so interesting. Alchemy learning quest. We're right in the middle of an episode. I think it's better to do... Where's Johanka all of a sudden? She was in here.
Help me.
There she is.
He just needs to sleep.
Henry, how are you?
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Rattay unconscious and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
In God's hands.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Okay.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep. But I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Game meat, okay.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week, Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power. Tell me more about... All right.
Take care.
So let's look up what we have to do here. Help with healing the sick in the monastery. Get sufficient game meat and bring it to Yanka. Find out how to get better conditions for the sick. For that we have to go to the custodian. The map still controls weirdly. You.
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. He just needs to sleep.
Matthias? Matthias is here. All of a sudden. They moved him here. Of course, they moved him here.
Everything here is fine.
It's Brother Elias. I need a torch here. Wow.
Stay here.
Huh? Damn. Why are you waking me?
You look all right?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the Cumans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing.
Stay here.
I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
Yeah, a long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then. Good luck to you.
Please, help me.
Huh?
How are you feeling?
Good. It feels clean. Hope it helps.
It will. Tell them to rebandage you daily. You have the bandages here.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it.
Farewell.
Yeah, where? What's happening?
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian could set on us.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Get healing herbs for Zemek. Philip from Skalitz.
He just needs to sleep. Everything here is fine.
Okay, it's only the named ones.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly.
Farewell.
Find something to help the insomniac fall asleep. Okay. Johanka.
Greetings, Henry.
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbours are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
No.
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days among the corpses. If he got poisoned...
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
Okay, find Father Simon.
God be with you.
Okay. Quest log. Get healing herbs for Semek. Find something to help the insomniac fall asleep. Set the broken bone in the man's leg. And find Father Simon. Okay. Set leg is this one.
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
That's not a good camera angle.
Done.
Okay, that's done. Healing herbs for Semek, where I don't know which herb to get. Then brew some kind of a thingy potion. Maybe Nicodemus knows what potion it is.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
Okay, this one is his quest. Let's start from upstairs.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this... I've never dealt with the carnage of battle before.
If only it had been a battle. This was cold-blooded slaughter.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johank?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith, but I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit Johanka. But he's never here long, and he always leaves unsatisfied.
Wow.
Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them. It gets freezing here at night. How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a few old men.
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of the monastery.
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions.
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
I'll try to talk to him. I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals in such a state.
I know. I'm ashamed. But my brothers believe it's all in God's hands now.
Even so, conditions here seem to me quite unchristian.
You're not the only one.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep, and sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks.
And I just learned the recipe, I think. So start alchemy, go into the book, change to herbs for the purple flower. That's yellow. That's orange. That's red.
I won't get any
That's
sleep.
yellow. That's
I just won't
white.
get any sleep.
That's orange. That's yellow. That's white. It's mint. Mint is... Does it have color in the things? I don't know. Then we have poppy. Poppy isn't purple, but poppy would work. And then we have Paris. Even chickens turn up their nose. It grows everywhere. We only call it a weed when it grows in our garden. Then we have sage. Sage has the right color, I think. Uses prophetic. Whoever drinks sage or a headache shall gain strength in battle. Comfrey. Also black salsify. Oh, okay, I know the roots. I've eaten the roots a few times of this plant. Okay. Didn't know how it looked over the ground. Induces fatigue. Dandelion is yellow. Nettle. Valerian. Valerian maybe. So now that I have looked at the herbs, what does the quest say? Get healing herbs for Zemek. I have all the herbs that are in that thing.
Take care now.
Okay, I have to be sure about that. I'll have to read through the herbarium off screen once more, but we're not doing that now. We're now brewing a sleep potion. Savior Schnapps, we'll do that in a moment. Nighthawk, poison, lullaby. We need poppy, thistle, and herb Paris. We need poppy, thistle, and herb Paris. We don't have any thistle left, yeah? Okay, it's thistle and poppy that's missing. No, we have poppy. Do we have herb Paris? Yes. I didn't look at how much we needed. We have to go through the stupid... Wait. Can I go... I can't go left bumper from here. I need to... Oh god, is it slow? Leave the page at that, please. 111, so thistle and more Paris, perhaps. I want to buy thistle. Both of them. And now I need to go back through it again. God, this takes a time to go through this book. God damn it. Prepare oil, a handful of poppy, one of thistle and one of herb Paris.
Sleep again.
So we have prepared now. So, oil in the kettle. Oil in the kettle. Oil in the kettle. Then a handful of... drop the poppy in the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Add this thistle and boil for 1 more turn. So, poppy. It's not boiling yet. Now it's boiling. 1 turn and then add thistle.
I can't sleep again.
Turn the hourglass again. I'm not seeing it boil. There it boils. So now let it cool. And then add your Paris. We need to let it cool. Is this cool enough? Maybe. Ah, okay, now it's cool enough. So Paris into the cauldron and a file. And put it in. Okay, that was like 1 minute of mixing stuff together. We brewed a lullaby potion. So the insomniac.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you.
May the
Dear Mistress Johanka,
I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
Wow.
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, custodian?
What?
You admire Johanka's self-sacrifice. I'm sure she appreciates the same quality in others.
Ah, yes. Quite. I was just thinking the same. I'll have some food brought here.
Sebastian from Berg. I needed to talk to you in a...
God save.
Already.
I'm helping at the infirmary now.
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
She has a kind heart. Everyone can see how deeply she cares about the wounded. If you help her selflessly, it'll win her over. She's bound to be impressed.
Maybe you're right. It will cost me something, but I'll discuss it with Nicodemus. I should be able to help in some way. See you later.
What an asshole.
I've come from Captain Robard.
And what might the captain be wanting to let me know?
I'm not a messenger. I've nothing to report. The captain thought I could lend you a hand.
Oh, so it's you, the hero of Talmberg. So be it. If you succeed, I'll gladly reward you. And if you don't, I won't be shedding any tears. We know that one of their encampments is on the hill by Skalitz, nearby the mines.
I'll take a look there.
Take care.
Wrong menu. We just got a new quest. Must be in under activities. Interlopers. Yeah. Okay. Costly brawl. We need to get back to Fritz. We need to look up which herbs to get. And also we have to hunt game. And also we have to find Father Simon and Rovna. Okay. So we're going to talk to Fritz now. That they don't have a debt anymore. And then we're gonna sleep so that I can save to end the episode. And read a book to you. And then tomorrow we'll go into the woods, hunt a little game, and also go to Rovna. And also maybe off screen between episodes I'll read the herbarium again to be sure about which one of the purple flowers we need, of which none of them really looks purple in the herbarium because they all look red, the purple ones. So I'm not even quite sure which one of those is supposed to be purple. But okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's talk to Fritz.
Hey, face.
About your brawl with Elias. Your best friend settled the matter.
You're serious?
Absolutely. All you have to do is go to him and promise you'll pay the debt somehow.
We won't forget this. On my honor. Thanks. See you later.
Okay. That's Fritz's quest done with. And the second book we're reading this episode will be the Book of Prayers that we also got from Smaller. Prayer to Saint Wenceslas. He isn't holy, not yet. Saint Wenceslas, ruler of Bohemia, our prince, intercede for us with God, the Holy Spirit, Kyrie eleison. Is it normal to pray to your current king? Might be. Heavenly, the beautiful kingdom, blessed is he who cometh here. There, life eternal, fire bright of the Holy Spirit, Kyrie eleison. We ask for your help. Have mercy upon us. Console the sad, drive away all evil. Saint Wenceslas, Kyrie eleison. And the other prayer that's in here is, Lord, have mercy on us. Jesus Christ, have mercy on us. Savior of the whole world, have mercy on us. And here, O Lord, all voices, Lord, give to all of us life and peace in our land. Kyrie eleison. Okay, see you tomorrow, where we'll take care of the rest of the Scarlet refugees here in Sassa.